All right.
Okay,
Oh,
we are live.
I'm like looking down, just doing Drake lyrics, and didn't realize you actually hit live. Going like,
I've hit live.
all right, we're ready to go. I'm ready to go. Is this the thumbnail? You
No, this
chose
is not
Bliss?
this is not the thumbnail, Marcus.
Oh man, I was like, no matter what, Bliss gets it.
This is also not the thumbnail.
Damn, he's about to run into a lot of foot right there. That looks almost photoshopped. He's dead. You know what? That would have been acceptable for that being a thumbnail.
Yeah, I can't
That,
have a Mr. All Lives Matter and I want to rape her, Sammy Guevara, as a thumbnail. It just doesn't sit right with
yeah,
me. Even though this
yeah,
image looks quality.
yeah. This would be a good running review image if we were to do it for the match.
Yeah, it's too late now.
Yeah, it's well too late. But yeah,
Okay, so I went with this. Obviously, Britt
that that
Baker.
that, that I felt like that. You have to go with it. It's D.M.D time. I would have went that too.
I
It would
prefer.
have got the clicks,
I
even though
prefer.
she looked like she's balding in that picture.
I preferred the era.
I like that she
Because
got
that's
that new
how,
belt though.
because she's a dentist and that's what it sounds like when all that stuff is in your mouth. Duh.
Yeah, does it hurt? Yeah. Oh, I didn't understand that. Bastards. The dentist industry is the worst. They never try to make it better for anybody. Oh,
I
look at
kind of
that.
went.
Look at that.
I
Displaying.
kind of went with this because it was like holding the images, holding the
Yeah,
logos.
yeah, she looks either like a magician, she's presenting us AEW Double or Nothing or Raw. Which is just Raw. It's not anything else. It's not Monday Night Raw. It's not WWE Presents Raw. It's just Raw.
Yeah, you have one decision. You have a decision: the left pill or the right pill.
I'm always going left on this one. Oh
And then
no! Former AEW Women's Champion Sheila's being stuffed out. No one cared. No one rooted against him. Maybe that guy in the corner. He seemed to really be shot.
and
Why?
then this one, but I wasn't really feeling it after it.
I didn't know if that was Vicky Guerrero or Ashita after realizing she lost her title and gained a lot of weight. Oh, Sheeta looks bad. Yeah, I don't know what happened to her. She really lost that title.
And then finally, this. Yeah, I was going to use this.
Under no circumstance, you would have fired the thumbnail duties if this would have ever happened.
Well, Marcus, speaking of thumbnail duty, I have something that I need to raise with you after this.
Okay.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Ow, ow, ow!
Hey! Oh, check out Marcus here, man. He should.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Did you know your brother was all elite?
No, he kept it away. He kept it secret from all of us. From all of us the entire time. I sent him so many texts and emails about this. I was like, hey, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You've been critical of their business for years. And it's all been a ploy. And now you're on the payroll. I don't know what's going to happen to the integrity of the show. What are you doing, Eric?
I like how this image is. How do you like your steak? Like this. Like that tough. That tough like that. Like that. Welcome to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. We are back. I am, of course,
Yes!
Lord Manny Hayes. He is.
And I'm Marcus the Great. I'm taking a water bottle for no reason. Finale. And we are here live on a Tuesday morning to talk about the world of professional wrestling.
I need
And
to
Manny,
ask you about something, Marcus, before we get into it.
yes.
I did have you investigated by a child.
God damn it.
I saw you looking a little bit more stronger than normal.
What?
more powerful than a time machine. So
Oh.
I don't know. I'm leaving this child nameless. But Marcus is the strongest kid. He's in second grade. He used to lift 12 pounds. He can now lift 97 pounds. How much more can he lift now? Marcus is on steroids.
What is that? Yes, I am the word problem, Manny. I want to go by that nickname because no one likes the word problem. I'm a true heel. Marcus is on steroids. Yes. Check mark, yes. Is that an incorrect answer? I don't think it could be. It can't be, right?
It definitely isn't.
You can't prove that
Okay,
the kid is wrong for entering that.
So let's get some allegedly out of the way. I did put these in the comments just so I could throw them up. Allegedly, Mansoor, in his Arab news column, going out in Saudi Arabia, that he's mentioned that he is changing his look, which I believe was the haircut anyway. I'm assuming.
Yep,
he's getting a new
have
logo
that.
and he's getting new music.
Can anybody recall what his first logo is, or his
It's an
music?
M with wings. It's an M with wings. I don't know what his music is.
Okay, I just assumed that was the Saudi Arabia flag. And every time he come out, I imagine that we were back in Saudi Arabia doing the greatest Royal Rumble match or something that he was involved in.
And then allegedly, according to the PW Insider, Molly Holly was trying out as a backstage producer last night on Raw.
It was either that or go to Dynamite, because that seems like that's where everybody's going.
Well, I feel like if there was ever a segment to go badly and you'd come through that curtain and Vince was to tell you off, Molly Holly's the one that you'd kind of want to like take you around to the corporate arm around you. It's okay.
Yeah. Xavier Woods just fucked that up. Yeah, him and T-Bar. That was just a bad segment with them. But we'll get it right next time, Molly. I don't think she can get yelled at. I can't see Vince going, "Damn it, Molly!" Or he can do that, and then when she comes back, he's like, "It wasn't that bad of a segment." Well, that finish could have been a lot worse.
And then allegedly, Tony Khan had asked New Japan management before he cut his promo on Nick Khan last week, making him a pussy. Yeah, pussy.
It was what you call it? That whole promo, man, and actually New Japan's probably like, do what you want, man. You're a grown man.
Do you think after like New Japan signed off on do the promo, they heard the promo like, I don't want to work with him anymore.
Oh shit, we're finished. You're so whiny.
So Luchador says TK seems like the dude that kind of dude, but who knows? I don't even know what that means.
He seems like the kind of dude that would call somebody and be like, "Hey, is this okay? Is this okay? Would you mind? I don't know. Can I please? You think? Whatever."
So the grown-ass man, or the world's strongest man, TK is a tool. But what I watch from their people, they put on a good pay-per-view.
Oh God, the payroll has begun. The payroll has begun.
See what I mean? Become a corporate shill.
Eric says his name would have been I forgot what he said. The grown ass man.
Was it Monte the grown ass man?
Yeah, Monte the grown ass man. We found out what his WCW name is. It's Mark Henry. It's Mark Henry. It's clear. He showed up there. But as Eric mentioned, they did put on one heck of a show. But I won't even call it a wrestling show. It seemed like one heck of a good time for a lot of people.
It was. The fans definitely did enhance it. So they had their opening match with Serena Deeb versus Riho. Really good buy-in match. Probably one of the few matches on this entire card that didn't have any unnecessary interference.
Didn't watch the buy-in, Manny. Chose not to watch it.
Yeah, I think you missed out on a really good match, but like you don't have to watch it. It's probably on YouTube somewhere. Brian Cage versus Hangman Adam Page. Brian Cage came out dressed as like a cyborg or a metal man, which just seemed like his mum made it when she couldn't afford a Halloween costume.
I'm gonna say it's probably the Wolverine costume he has, but I'm gonna say nah. I also, Manny, full disclosure, I skipped this one as well.
You chose wrong to skip this one. This was actually a good opening 20 minutes.
They went 20? Yeah, that's pretty good. I picked this on the Saturday show to be the show stealer, and I still chose not to. I wouldn't
say show stealer. It was a very good match.
I doubt it.
But like Team Taz got involved again, and it's just like it took away from the thing because it actually influenced the finish, which was a really good match, and you didn't really need to do that. For me, that's what it was. Like, I still think the whole pay-per-view was solid, but there was minor inconveniences like this, which like just go to me. You took away from what could have been a amazing, like a grade A show to A-, B+.
I feel like there's some matches they went for AEW. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but on some matches, the matches I saw, I was like, they went for AEW. Like the I know I'm jumping ahead, but during the I'm blanking out on which match they came out on. The Eddie Kingston and Young Bucks with the Good Brothers running out and Carl Anderson. I'm like, why is this involved?
It didn't need to happen. The match was good on its own. It didn't actually need that. So like there was a lot of times where that kind of happened across the card where it was like the match was fine as it is. It didn't need any of this additional stuff. It's just like you wanted to get throwaways of people onto the card, and it just didn't make sense.
Like Good Meal, and they decided to give you some shitty side to go with it. Like I didn't need that. Why'd you have those shitty carrots to the side? Those were some shitty ass carrots. You cooked them and they were shitty, and it tastes like they had sugar in it. What the fuck was that? And you added it with my steak. It didn't make sense. I just put it to the side.
And then so the tag match was really good. The Casino Battle Royal was won by Jungle Boy. The Joker was Leo Rush. I nearly called him Leon Ruff.
Who's the biggest star right now, Leon or Leo?
Leon. But I feel like they wasted what they had with Leo Rush. Like, the Joker's meant to be only in there for a minute or two. Like he's at the end. But like they did nothing with him. Like it's supposed to be a big deal. He came in, but then he was eliminated within 2 minutes.
But was he really going to win? I mean, I believe he's a MJP/MLW wrestler, or I don't even know if he has an AEW contract.
You know, it's leading to that because they signed Matt Sydal, who was the Joker last year.
Yeah, I saw a line that him and Mark Henry squashed their beef for whatever reason they were beefing. I forgot what even started it all, but I guess that's good.
That is a terrible pun, but I'll allow it. Cody saved racism as he defeated Anthony Ogogo.
Okay, stop right here. A match I did see. I mean, I saw, I think this might be the only match I saw that you brought up so far. But Cody, I hated him. And this is the addition. Of all the EVPs, it started off with, Cody's tolerable, acceptable, he's doing pro wrestling. Now it's full on, I hate Cody. For the long, I guess, Memorial Day video package before his fight, talking about the people in this country. And I'm like, that's fine, this feud isn't about that, though. I don't get any vibes about this. Really went full Patriot. Then he came out dressed as, like a luchador said, as Homelander. So I'm like, he should have turned heel, basically like this. But I don't even think he realized he dressed up as Homelander.
Workplaces across the UK were shut because of that win. Yeah, they were. They were. It wasn't a bank holiday yesterday. It was because Cody had defeated the UK.
Yes.
Do you know what I have a problem with Cody? Because I don't think Ogogo was that bad in that match. I
He
feel
wasn't
like
that good either. He was the most
No.
basic. It was like watching Dominic.
yeah, I think he's average at best, but like with some seasoning and stuff like that, he could get better. But I feel like this was the time for Cody to put someone over.
Yes.
Not just build up your
Like,
El Luchador. El Luchador, I'm gonna ban you in a minute if you bring up. But do you know they talk about this factory and all that stuff where they're building up talent for AEW and stuff like that. It's their version of Performance Center.
yes.
You can't build these people up just for Cody to defeat them. Cody needs to put some of them over so they could actually get the rub of Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes has put over his unborn daughter more times than he's put over anyone on AEW.
That is a fact. Not allegedly, that is 100% fact. His daughter has cured racism already and it's the number 6 ranked person in the women's division already. I just felt like this match did nothing for Ogogo. He should have been presented as someone the way that NXT presents Zoe Stark. Yeah, she lost, but at least there was some upside. Ogogo got his ass whooped. That's what I felt like. He did his uppercuts and punches, but Cody survived them and stuff. I just didn't. This is my least favorite match on the show. I was watching it going like, what was the point of all this? We have lost the point of Cody being upset that the factory has broken off away from his nightmare family. And Anthony Gogo was like QT's pride and joy. But, if this is what QT's going to put out, it's useless. None of this was for nothing. This was for nothing.
Yeah, it's honestly for nothing. I feel like Cody's losing a step by Eric. Cody is the game because no one gets over. But I don't think he's a really good game. He's a mediocre game.
Triple H does a better job at doing this.
At least Triple H gets the other person over.
You know what? For the record, and I didn't want to have to do this. I didn't want to play this card. I didn't want to have to do it. I played it before, but I'm playing it again. But Jeff Jarrett would have did a better job at this. In TNA.
Ooh.
It's harsh. But I think it's a fact. I don't think Jeff Jarrett would have went this route. When you save America once again.
I don't think Jeff Jarrett would either, but I don't think this Jeff Jarrett was always in the title picture, wasn't he?
He had a song that says "My World." Okay, but I felt like that was see, I felt like it was very Jeff Jarrett. Like, I don't know, or it was lower than that. Jeff Jarrett, I feel like wouldn't have put. I think he would have lost, or he would have made Ogogo look better. I just feel like there was nothing accomplished with all of this. We went through all of this of him curing racism, and this 3-week build of just nothingness, and we get this, and it was like, why did we get basically Cody Rhodes and Anthony Ogogo basically doing some stuff they learned in wrestling training, and did this? Like, I felt like this was worse than Bad Bunny showed up on WrestleMania and had a better performance with The Miz and John Morrison. And I'm assuming 3 months of training? Ogogo had 18 months. So I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, and then we move on to Miro versus Lance Archer. Another good match. I enjoyed this, but I learned that in the weigh-in for everyone else, Miro took a cheap shot at Jake the Snake, hit him right in the ribs, and then ran away. It's like a scumbag he is. And then they had a really good match. Jake the Snake came out with the snake. Miro intercepted, beat him up, and then shook the bag of the snake, and then yeeted it down the entrance ramp. making Miro the most evilest man on the planet.
Manny, I just want to say, where has this been? Where has it been? We have needed this Miro. He's finally arrived. They really wasted like 6 months with him and Kip Sabian, and we finally get
really
something worth a damn with Miro.
Like, you can't really even say it was to wash off the WWE stink off him. Like they knew they had this with this guy. They knew what was capable of Miro, but they didn't unleash it.
And I believe it may have been Miro. Maybe it was him going like, I'm going to try this route.
What I do have a concern of is possibly what might happen is because they're still constantly growing, and I'm looking at the TNA model and some of the WCW model. When Miro eventually loses that title, it feels like they could go 2 ways with it. Either they continue his rise, or he just becomes the flavor of the month, and he's completely gone again.
Maybe he goes to John Moxley route and figure some shit out in the mid card, which I don't know how. Which is probably the smoothest. I'm gonna say this right here. 2 wrestlers I never thought I wanted to see in tag teams. And yeah, I don't care. Dean Ambrose in a tag team. Shit, I don't give a fuck about that. 2 wrestlers I thought would not excel in a tag team division are probably one of my 2 favorite tag teams in wrestling. And that is John Moxley and Eddie Kingston and Randy Orton and Matt Riddle.
See, now I've got to call you out on some stuff.
Oh, no.
Months ago.
Oh, shit.
You hated tag teams that had been just put together. Correct. Makeshift tag teams.
Not as much as Eric, but yes.
This makes you a hippo.
Oh.
And a crate.
But
much like
these exceptions to the rules.
Much like my segue, Tony Schiavone, who is a hippo and a crate. Britt Baker cheats all in every single one of her matches. Tony Schiavone turns the blind eye for this, but when Kenny cheats, when MJF cheats, he is all hatred and everything. Tony Schiavone is a cuck and a simp.
Nah, he's the king of the simps. I don't think he could be the king of the simps. You would be the jester of the simps. I don't know. I don't think you deserve the right to have the crown, because whoever you're sipping for has your crown. Okay, as long as your testicles. Okay, they're in someone's purse. So, the talk about the Bucks and the Moxley match, chaos and anarchy ensues throughout this match. Rules are not followed. The whole match is full of BS. But I thought it was the best match of the show. I was really hyped for it. I don't understand what happened. I'm not the biggest John Moxley and Eddie Kingston wrestling fans. I thought just everything worked. I think the crowd hype made it better. The entrance and everything. I was just like, I'm 100% all in. I thought Nick Jackson's hair was
it's not even the hair, Marcus. It's the beard. It's the beard he added to it. He started to look like a long lost character of Tiger King.
Yeah, like I don't know where that came from. I was like I've seen this dude 2 days ago on Friday. He did not look like this. He went full new character and all that, and I just thought this was the best of the show, and it was exciting. I don't know. They really delivered in this.
I feel like Shida and Britt Baker have delivered, but I feel like I still enjoyed, just because there was no interference, Serena Deeb and Riho. And I don't enjoy Riho matches. I really don't, because I don't believe her offenses actually hurts anyone.
Yeah. Manny, I'm going to give you an update. Allegedly, Riho has moved to the United States, and you will be seeing a lot more of Riho.
That's not an allegedly. That was brought up on commentary.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I actually don't remember where I heard it from. I can't even remember where I heard it from. But I'm going with the allegedly anyway, because I was like, I must have read some dirt shit about that shit. Nope, that was probably on commentary.
So I need to bring up stuff that Levi's saying, because I'm not sure how I feel about it. Miro has the best physique in the business.
Disagree.
I disagree. In a world where Finn Balor is jacked, there's what's his name? The guy that flips in John Morrison. His physique's impeccable.
Riddle's really in shape, and he gets it because he's a goofball, but he's in fantastic shape.
Lashley,
I would probably go if I could pick a body type, I would go with probably Sheamus. I really like the build of that. That's pretty good.
The way you said that, like that's your perfect man.
Yeah. My dream man is pasty white and have maybe a 5.5 pack of abs.
And Levi also said Miro's run so far is similar to Brody Lee's. It took around 3 months for AEW to get him. I think this is different. I think this has taken them almost 9 months to get to him. Didn't he? He debuted in June last year, didn't he?
Somewhere around there, yeah. And the Brody Lee, I feel like, yeah, it was just so quick. Everything about his thing was just like, first he's McMahon or the Exalted One, and the recruiting, and none of that's working. Then he beats Cody, and then everything starts working.
But the title change wasn't even meant to happen. The title change from Cody wasn't even meant to happen. It was because Cody had to take off to do the big show.
Yeah, which he didn't actually have to drop his title for. Like, I don't know. It's just, I'm happy for Miro. I wish they figured some of this shit out in the first time, but you know what? It seems like over time some people are getting better. Like the Young Bucks seem to be getting better. The only person that's digressed in this company, really, I feel like, is Cody and Kenny. They seem to be regressing.
I find it strange with Cody and Kenny, because Kenny seems to want to push the business forward, whereas Cody wants to bring it back to the 80s.
How is Kenny pushing it forward with his character?
Not with his character.
His in-ring is fine.
His in-ring looks like he's trying to push it into the new generation, which is his mesh of style anyway, because his style is the new age of wrestling. And it's kind of that hybrid of Japanese now trying to transition into American. Whereas Cody is like this old shit that just it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Some of it works.
No,
if it works. He doesn't do it right.
If he was in the NWA, it would work. And if he was managed by Jim Cornette, it would work. But no, this stuff doesn't work anymore.
It does. I just feel like he's having a bad run right now. He's having a bad run right now of making very poor decisions, and I'm blaming the cocaine and the baby. I don't know if it really is cocaine, but you know, Pac physique is insane. Yeah.
Although Levi's Pac might be juicing, Miro is.
I love it. I hope Levi literally goes, when you pick somebody, they have a great physique. Yeah, but he's juicy. Just Maul's great. Nah, it's very veiny. His nipples are weird.
Sting and Darby Allin defeated Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. I didn't really want to see this match. It was okay. I didn't like it.
All right, so this is something I did read on the internet about the people. Sting looked amazing. Sting looked great. He looked solid. He's 61.
He looked
old. Like a 61-year-old man.
When he took off that shirt, he looked old.
He looked old. He didn't really do much in the match. He took that one suplex bump on the stage, and I was like, okay, Sting's in. And God, why does that make me laugh every time?
Sting! It's coming, Sting!
It just takes me back to a place in my childhood. I don't know, but the match was fine. It had a lot of energy to it, but the wrong team won. Why? Why did Sting need this win? Ethan Page, to me, Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky remind me of that time the Miz and R-Truth teamed up. That's what
I 100% agree. But it feels like, on a night on a solid pay-per-view, I feel like people like a Go-Go, Page, Ethan Page, and what's his name? Scorpio Sky. Are people that should have got wins because they needed the rub.
Yeah.
Especially those two, because they don't seem like they've got a direction at the moment.
Yeah, the only person that seemed to win that was like shocking they didn't give it to like an old guy or someone that's been around in a while was Jungle Boy in the Battle Royal.
But I like
But
Jungle Boy.
but
I think
I
he's an
hate
incredible
no,
talent for the
but
future.
you know what? No, my problem with these battle royals though, going back to it, is that they do schedule their title matches like right away, and then they lose and they do nothing with anybody. Like I think
Yeah.
Brian Cage has won that chip. Lance Archer won the chip or whatever, the battle royal or a ladder match. I can't remember which is which. They do them every pay-per-view, and nothing ever comes of anybody that wins them ever.
Yeah. And then Eric, stop texting us. Pac and Orange Cassidy. Pac versus Orange Cassidy versus Kenny Omega. Great match, but I didn't like the fact that Orange Cassidy was constantly used for comedic effect in this match.
He's a comedy wrestler. He shouldn't be in the main event. If you believe in Pac, you should have committed to this a long time ago and just thrown together a main event that I chose not to watch. And this is a world title match. I chose not to watch because I had nothing invested and I felt Kenny wasn't going to not retain. It could be a great match, but there was nothing to it. It was so predictable. Like maybe Britt Baker and Sheeta, yeah, I felt Britt Baker was going to win, but there's a part of me that goes like maybe Sheeta won't retain, which kept me into this. The title match, no way they're putting the belt on any of those dudes. So I was like, I'm not invested in this.
So I think I was talking to Maurice about AEW because he thought I was naturally just going to hate the pay-per-view. But like obviously I'm showing it quite a lot of love at this moment in time. This is the only match where I kind of just let the DQ stuff kind of side because it's a triple threat and there is no DQ. So like when Orange Cassidy did the kicks and then Pac just decided to kick him in the balls, I laughed. I thought it was hilarious. I was like, that's what you get. That's what you get.
It seems like something Pac would do too. Just a kick right in the bollocks.
Yeah, and then when Kenny started using the belts, I didn't have a problem with because they're his. He could do whatever he wants with them. But the whole time I knew Cassidy was there to take the pin.
Yeah, yep. There was nothing to me that was special about that match when just going into it. That's why I chose not to watch it. And maybe one day I go back, but I'm not.
Marcus, I give out a lot of demerits, especially to Luchador, but I think you may have to give Levi a demerit.
Wait a minute. Omos is a giant man who isn't 61, who is the fastest elbow in the corner of the business today. Don't care what anybody says.
Did you see him get extra oomph when he pushed off the other turnbuckle for his run?
Yes. I like Omos as a big man and stuff. That's like comparing, who's a better NBA player. I think that, Steph Curry runs up the court faster than Shaq did ever. And I'm like, that's a completely different type of player. Omos is a power guy. Sting is an old man. Okay? Old man.
So I feel like on your side, you have to give Levi a demerit.
I'm snatching it. I'm snatching his chain.
Is that your version? Is that your version of demerits?
Yeah. Oh no, we're fighting out there because you can't snatch nobody's chain without fighting nobody. I swear to God, there's no way. I still don't know how Hulk Hogan didn't jump on the Ultimate Warrior when he ripped off his shirt and snatched off his cross. You had to fight him. That's why I knew Hulk Hogan wasn't a black man inside or hated black people somewhere. I don't even know how I got there. But Sting was just I don't know, it was just there. It was nothing. Now we need to talk about the main event of the show. Stadium Stampede Dos. Manny, what are your thoughts on this one?
There's only one thing I want to talk about. An attempted murder, Marcus. Wardlow ripped off an icicle and then tried to stab Hager.
That looked too ridiculous for me.
No,
looked
Marcus,
too ridiculous
I
for
feel
me
like
to
I feel
take
like that
that
is
serious. That icicle didn't look like anything that he could do anything with.
Marcus.
It
That
looked
looked
like
like the
a
perfect crime.
popsicle.
If there was no cameras, that looked like the perfect crime.
Well, all the fingerprints would have melted away. There would have been no DNA evidence. Other than this camera, this murder, I could get away with murder.
I enjoyed it, but
Okay.
it wasn't better than last year's one.
All right. So I didn't really enjoy the Stampede. I think it was the way it was shot or edited together. It just seemed like it was like that it didn't have this franticness that it probably, I don't know, maybe the last one didn't have it either, but I feel like it was paced better or something. I feel like we got these long segments of individual fights. And it was like, I wonder what's going on over there. What is Pride and Powerful and the FTR doing? Like, and this is the beginning. Like, so you get it, and Jericho and MJF fight off. And just go to they deal with the Urban Meyer and the extinguishers, and they just have their own, like, it felt like 10 minutes of them just fighting. I'm going like, so what's going on the other side of this match? What if somebody's losing? Like, in the last one, I felt like they would cut in between, like, Young Bucks doing something and someone doing this, and you go back and forth, and it feels like there's more a fight. This would feel like you shoot your stuff, all right, cut, go to the next one. All right, Hager and what you call them, you do this. All right, they
Did
do this.
you?
And it didn't feel like anybody was ever really connected, or I was really connected to the fight.
So did you think what? So did you think when that purple light came down on Sean Spears when he was sitting on that chair, we were about to have a musical? Because that's what it looked like.
Honestly, the first thing that went to my mind was Brett. That commercial.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
And he was gonna turn around. That is the first image that went through my mind. I did like his chair room of doom for no reason, but the logic of it that he could, and I know I'm throwing logic in this stupid ass match, but the match could have ended at any time for various scenarios, and he would have just been in that room, just sitting there, if no one would have walked in.
I still want to know what happened to Cash Wheeler, and when Santana took him in the lift or the elevator, as many other people call it, because he just appeared at the end, and we have no idea what happened to these two in the elevator.
No, none whatsoever. It's just they went in there and they disappeared. Like nothing happened. Like that's what I feel like was missing. Just little things here and there. I thought they tried to recreate stuff from last time, like the bar fight. This time, like when what's his name? The Hangman Page and Jack Swagger, Jack Hager, whatever he called himself. They were drinking at the bar. They tried to basically recreate it where Pride and Powerful and the other side, and they would take their shots. And they start fighting. Although Tully's outfit seems like the guy we're going to a fight. Bring the toughest clothes you got, look tough, and you look at us like, what the fuck are you dressed as? You silly old man.
No, it was fun to stay at the YMCA. And as I told you during our little pre-show meeting, when they put the shot glasses down, it looked like the scene from the Chappelle show of The Prince. Do you want to play some basketball?
Yes. Like, I know that Matt Hardy reincarnated himself a bunch of times, but I feel like there was some more ridiculous stuff going on.
I can't even argue.
Yeah.
It
It
did.
did. They showed up and was like, yeah. Oh, shit. It's the alt-right clue.
The reason why Sage and Stampede looked like a movie is because the action coordinators from John Wick produced it. If it's John Wick 3, that was terrible.
No, it's the stunt coordinator. Yeah. No, it's the problems that look like a movie. I don't mind that. It's just it didn't feel like a natural. I don't know. Like I feel like movies are cut better. Like I don't think they may have somebody to coordinate the stunts and produce it, but they didn't have anybody to edit the thing together. Right? Like I don't know. This stuff didn't mesh well with me. Like the last one had this energy of like maybe it was just like I have no idea what I'm going to see, and this one had to follow up that one. Like I thought I was in for something to start when they came down from the scoreboard, and I was like, oh
That's
shit,
terrible.
it's
No, it looked terrible because the fact that he got stuck.
yeah. My belief is they had a net under there the entire time.
My
And
whole
so,
thing,
like,
I thought it was
'cause
going
I
to be a
was
zip line. I thought it was going to be a zip line, and I thought,
yeah, them just coming down. No, I enjoyed it. They came down. It was very like I feel like it was the safest thing they could have did. I don't trust AEW with anything when it comes to producing things because they always fuck it up when it comes down to like explosions or falling off the top of a cage or something. I was like, please don't die. No one died from this. It'd be a stupid way to die. Don't die on this pay-per-view.
I thought both teams should have made it to the ring. I don't think they needed all of them to make it to the ring. I feel like they should have all been around ringside. I definitely think MJF and Jericho should have been in the ring. But I feel like how this story built, where it was like MJF framing Sammy, it should have been them two in the ring.
Yeah.
At the end.
But the thing is, this is another match I didn't really like the finish. I would have preferred the Inner Circle to break up and they go their merry ways, and that'd be the end of this feud because it seems like the feud will continue on. And I don't know where you go after death match in the cage, blood and guts, stadium stampede, which is basically a comedy match. Where do you go after that? Like, I don't know. I just feel like also I feel like the feud didn't warrant the comedy thing. And yeah, last year it would seem like it was a more serious feud to lead, but I don't take anything the Young Bucks and Kenny and them do serious. So I was like, that fits the tone of the Stadium Stampede. I feel like MJF and the Pinnacle are more serious. They shouldn't be in this match.
Yeah, 100%. We've spent nearly 40 minutes on this. We might want to move on to Raw.
Okay. Manny, can I take the lead on covering Raw this week?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
But
the main event happened. Kofi Kingston did not become number one contender. Thank you. That was Monday Night Raw.
No.
Okay. I add one more story. Alexa Bliss and Shayna Baszler had a meeting.
They dressed up as Power Rangers. Come on.
That was pretty dope. Not just any Power Ranger. They're both dressed as Tommy, Manny, in different eras. And I was I geeked out on that.
This is why I knew Kofi wasn't winning that match.
No, I thought he was winning.
No, when I saw him dressed up as the Green Ranger, I was just like, he better turn on Woods tonight because if not, I don't care because he ain't gonna win. I
feel like at one point in that match with Drew McIntyre, even though it was a serious match, I was some stupidness of which he pulls out a dagger, he pulls, and a big E robot comes out.
Under DL says, to be fair, first pay-per-view with fans, you can't have heels end it on top. Yes, you can!
But hold on. Mr. On the DL, if
Mr.
you
have, the DL.
Yeah, I want to say it with respect because, this is what I all due respect. On a first pay-per-view with fans, you can't have the main event where you take the fans out of it. The Stadium Stampede doesn't even involve the fans. Like, they were in a completely different section. They were watching the screen only for the end to happen in the ring. I feel like you take out the fans with that. You can't do that. That shouldn't have been the main event. The main event should have been still the world title, but they should have built up the world title match or something.
Yeah.
I just feel like you can't, like, every match, this night was made, even though I may be critical of some of the stuff in the ring and all that. Like, it wasn't the best wrestling. The fans elevated. And I know Manny hates this. The fans elevated this pay-per-view. Without these, if this took place in a fucking Thunderdome or when Daily's place with those busted wrestlers who no one knows the name of out there, or Peter Avalon and shit, no one would have cared about this. This show would have been shit. The fans elevated the show because they really were hyped and they were really into the product and they really cared. And it elevated the show. And I feel like the main event, also the Stadium Stampede, took the fans out. It was like me, or it would be like the Lakers. Yes, I'm going to Lakers because I don't even trust my team these days, even though we won 2-up. The Lakers saying LeBron James, it's fourth quarter. Yeah? Sit down. But coach, sit your ass down, LeBron. Sit your ass down. We got 4 minutes left in the game. Sit your ass down. I'll put you back in with the last minute. See if we can come back. But yeah, I just feel like you can't do that. Like they shouldn't have took it away from the fans.
Well, there was one person in the audience that didn't seem to be enjoying himself.
Who didn't see?
Look at that guy in the grey shirt.
That Karen don't deserve. He don't like anything.
And it's not just this moment. It may look like, oh, it's just because MJF's standing on top. No. Same guy.
Who is this guy?
Look how unhappy he looks.
That's the most unhappiest person on the planet. Literally, look at the joy on everybody else's face and shock and awe. Even the cameraman has a little smirk. Everybody seems to be happy. He's over there, huh? This ain't that great. This is what I think of when I see the angry people in their basement criticizing all of wrestling. Like, why are you watching? Why are you here?
He looks like he's the girl that did promise.
Oh, that black guy looked like him. I better get out of here before they realize I'm a black man in Jacksonville. Oh, but
the man directly behind MJF looks like Ricky Gervais.
I'm gonna tell you that looks like the Young Bucks in the alternate universe. It looks like Nick Jackson from Matt Jackson from an alternate universe talking about this. I hate this shit. I hate wrestling. Why'd y'all drag me to this shit, Mom? You bitch, Mom! Why'd you take me to this? I'm gonna tell you, as much as MJF, and I know we're going back into Raw. I mean, we fell back into AEW. We're going to Raw. MJF may have those sparkling jeans and whatnot, but outfit of the week for ring gear goes to Reginald for just the outlandishness of what he was wearing. It was absolutely ridiculous.
I thought he was going to wrestle. I thought he was going to wrestle.
Shorts.
I thought he was going to wrestle in the jacket. I thought he was going to wrestle in that jacket.
He had pink shorts on. And I think white knee pads or pink? They made it light pink.
No, so pink chino shorts. And I won't even give him pink. Knowing Reginald, they were salmon.
Probably, yep.
I feel like the same color as Mark Henry's jacket because Mark Henry betrayed the WWE the other night.
Okay, all right. I know we lied about going to Raw, but what are we gonna cover? Reginald got the business from Shayna Baszler and Alexa Bliss's playground. I mean, that was a beatdown. It was a beating, and I was like, someone call the police, goddammit. But no, what do you feel about Mark Henry stabbing Vince McMahon right in the back, just like the Big Show?
Well, Mark Henry has been saying for months now, since he's been getting in shape, he wants one more match. Everyone seems to think that alluded to Saudi money match. But it seems like we're going to get a Big Show versus Mark Henry match in AEW. And I don't want to see that.
In their 50s, too.
I don't want to see it.
I thought, business is business. It's fine. It's a good pickup for AEW, but, hopefully it's not a wrestling deal. I think he's just a producer or something, or a trainer or whatever it said.
I think he's going to be an analyst for their Rampage show. But he's an intelligent man. Like, if you listen to him on Busted Open Radio, I have occasionally, but I don't have time to listen to that 5 days a week. He's intelligent about wrestling. I feel like he could benefit them in the back. I don't think him wrestling is going to be the focal point of this. Whatever he does backstage, much like what Big Show does, is going to benefit AEW. And hopefully they bring in some of that production value that WWE had and bring it to the forefront. Because what AEW continue to do is throw so much shit at me that it's too much to comprehend sometimes on Dynamite.
Yeah, slow down. So, Manny, when Randy Orton finally turns on Matt Riddle, does he now becomes all elite? Because the streak is golden. The
Well,
streak is,
to be honest,
it's better than the Madden curse.
To be honest,
I was attacked by Randy Orton. I had to get the fuck out of there.
The people that Vince should be worried about right now is Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair from that Summer of Randy. Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair should be are due next according to that list.
That would be great. Shawn Michaels is all elite. Or he would really have to. I wonder would he have to be Michael Hiccup? Nah, he'd just be Shawn Michaels. I think Vince would even just be Shawn Michaels. I don't give a fuck. He's all elite. But yeah, that I feel like that segment rubbed a lot of people the wrong way with Randy Orton just running people down. No one seems to be accepting that. Fuck this guy.
Okay, let's quickly just power through Raw. Raw opened up with Miz TV. It basically ended up with Nikki saying that she could beat Charlotte in 2 minutes. She doesn't.
She does, but she wins the match. I don't understand why they're claiming she's winning matches.
Marcus,
it'd be like,
Marcus, this is how I would literally defend my title. You have to beat me in 2 minutes.
Sorry, 2 minutes of brush and go. That's all I got. Busy man. I got lunch with The Rock and Vin Diesel trying to mend their fences. I got shit to do. But so they're doing these 2-minute matches. This is the second week in a row, 2 different times. I felt like Nikki Cross won when she got offended and Charlotte said, "I can beat you in 1 minute." How do you get offended at that? Are you not paying attention to this conversation? These women saying you're trash. 1 minute is crossing the line. I was like, and you're accepting oh, you can't beat me in 2 minutes. It's like me stepping in the ring with Mike Tyson saying, "Hey, Mike, I think I can go about 30 seconds with you in the ring." And then if Mike don't knock me out for whatever reason it would be, which I don't even think I can last 30 seconds. I'm like, oh, God damn it. He don't knock me out. I'm going to get out the ring and be like, "I told you, Mike. I told you you're a bitch. I told you the heavyweight champion of the world. You didn't knock me out 30 seconds. It don't make sense. It doesn't. And for some reason, she's now the #1 contender after Hell in a Cell.
So we get Xavier Woods versus Randy Orton. Really good match. Randy beats Woods with the Bro Derek. But I feel like Riddle's match last week with Woods was a lot more better because it was more competitive.
Yeah, it was a lot better, and Randy ain't got time to get Woods offense.
Randy now sporting a goatee.
That is a good look. When I saw it, and I was like, man, that is a good look for Randy, and I'm thinking about doing that for myself. That is a good looking goatee. He reminds me of Robin Hood, and I don't know why. Wood solo run. Should he do it?
Well, Alucard's trying to start a movement on his own. Nikki Cross deserves better. No. No. No.
I'm going to surprise you on the wrestler I'm going to say deserves better as we continue to go through the Raw rundown.
Okay, you were saying Woods singles push.
Yeah. You do something with that. Can he go somewhere with this?
You can, because he's actually a talented wrestler, but if you lose all the New Day stick, he's got nothing. He's not
well, these matches he's not really doing New Day stuff. He's just wrestling. I'm sure there's another character in there somewhere.
I don't know.
He's putting in solid work with these guys right now, and I'm like, you know what? I can see it. I wouldn't mind a different version of Woods. Maybe in a different lifetime, being one of those guys that goes after Sheamus, but not one of those guys. Just a step above. Just a step above those guys who are fighting Sheamus, who are happy to get these cheap wins over Sheamus too. Why do people go out wrong with these cheap ass wins? I beat Sheamus in the roll up. Ooh, that was a distraction. Oh, Humberto got it, and Ricochet and Humberto with these little wins. Happy about it.
So, obviously we mentioned Shayna beat Reginald. Shayna loses to Reginald because Shayna gets attracted by the fire and Reggie rolls her up for the win.
Manny, where do you rank this match on the show? Second or first or third?
As worst or
No, just I got it in my top 3 matches overall this week.
You got in your top 3.
Not. I'm not talking about AEW or nothing. Just Raw this week. It's in my top 3.
No, this don't make my top. This doesn't make any top list for me. I tell you what, it's above though. The bottom of the barrel tag match.
All right, here we go. I gotta reveal the wrestler I think deserves better. Mandy Rose deserves better.
Is that only because she does the V trigger? Is that only because she does the V trigger?
Because of the V trigger, and I forgot there was another move she did in this match where I went, that's somebody else's move Mandy's doing, and she killed it.
Do you know what I had a problem with? Do you know all through commentary, Natty was going, I taught Lana that and everything. I've seen, so Instagram shows that Natty trains all these people, which means the bottom of the barrel is a reflection on Natty. I just want to put it out there. People are crediting Natty to be great. She's not, because if you look what she's created, trash.
Natty is a good wrestler. She just can't make you look good. Or she can't give you personality. She can't give.
Natty ain't got personality herself.
I know. Natty can't give you shit really. Okay, don't do this to Natty.
And then Tamina was just as bad on commentary.
Yeah, they was trying. I'm going to say I enjoyed this match, and I don't know why. But that finish was it didn't look good. It was ugly. It was just trash. I'm like, you deserve better than this, Dana. You don't deserve Dana Brooke, Mandy. She's terrible. Dana Brooke is terrible. They'll be flipping over the ropes. I was like, she's solid. Everybody's solid. If Dana Brooke wasn't here, this may be an okay match.
Reginald looks like a chubby cross between King Booker and Marco Stunt. Harsh.
And nailed it. Fact, though. It's a fact. It's a fact.
So, as you mentioned, Sheamus loses to Ricochet and Humberto. Humberto breaks Sheamus's nose in this match.
He does. Is it really a broke? Did they announce that it's broken? Because it looks like.
Did you not see the picture? He released on Instagram. The whole thing is bent up.
I haven't been online, Manny. I haven't been online.
That nose.
I saw the replay of that elbow. I went, "Ooh, that could be broken."
That nose looks like it's going to have to be broken to reset.
Oh, Sheamus.
Which means Humberto could be out of the job.
No, there's just part of me I think Vince loves shit like that, where it's like, that legitimized the business. There it is. That's a legit moment of the week. When Bad Buddies are in the barbershop with LeBron talking about it's 100% real. No, Humberto Carrillo punching somebody in the nose just made Bad Buddy a hero. Which we get a video package. We get LeBron James overall. LeBron makes his second appearance overall.
Yeah, how many years apart?
Hey, don't worry about it. LeBron second appearance overall.
LeBron was a child last time he was on Raw.
It was a 20-year difference.
LeBron couldn't vote the last time he was on Raw. He had a flip phone.
Yeah, he was. That's as broke as you're gonna see LeBron, and they showed that footage. Like, who was that? That was LeBron. Yeah. Man, he came a long way.
So we get
he had real hair
versus...
back then.
He had a hairline back then. Cedric versus Shelton. The entrances were longer than this.
The point is this?
Actually, the Bad Bunny segment was longer than this match.
Yes. Yeah. What was the point of this? The memorial service in the beginning was longer than their entrance and match.
Well, so talking about memorial, Elias asked Ryder if he'd gone into battle, and he tells him he served in Iraq, which then leads into the match with AJ Styles and Omos versus Elias and Riker. Elias jumps off the apron, which he then says in the back it's because Riker has become unhinged because he didn't walk with Elias, he ran from Elias. Why?
Manny, there is so much I want to unpack from all of this. Number one, and this is the double main D. Elias feels the pressure of Rick Bogues. Therefore, this is why he needs to break up with Riker. Because at one point, in front of a live crowd, Elias is going to play guitar and interrupt by Rick Bogues. It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. The man takes his job. 2, they break up after the tag match, whatever. I have to go into Elias's speech talking about would you want to ride with Riker? Could you imagine listening? And I was going over all the racist shit Riker could be saying. And you just going like, Jesus. I can't be writing them down with this guy. I got like several black friends that I wouldn't talk to. And I won't be able to talk to him because Riker is riding with me.
So we get to Alexa's playground. Shayna beats up Reggie in the playoffs. Lily clearly doesn't like Shayna. Shayna wants to have a chat with Alexa next week and then calls Lily a stupid doll. Shayna's going to lose to a doll, isn't she?
Well, I thought Shayna I was like, when she was fighting Reginald, I was like, Shayna, at least I don't have to watch Shayna lose this week. Because I've seen her lose for the past 14 straight weeks as being a champion, but losing every week. And then when she lost to Reginald, I went, oh, God, it's never ending. This is longer. This is a lot longer than Lana going through the table. This is longer than Drew McIntyre chasing the title. Just long. Just long.
And then, Marcus, I think I found the bottom of the barrel of the men's division. Because your boy,
Humberto and Ricochet?
Your boy Mansoor was at the back getting a lesson from the Viking Raiders on how to get over. And then Mustafa Ali gave him a lesson about trusting people.
Manny, this reminds me of a Seinfeld joke. If you ever see 2 bums talking to each other, 2 homeless people talking to each other, the other one's always giving the other guy advice. You're homeless. Why are you telling me how to get out of my situation? But that's what it was. This is really the bottom of the barrel. But hopefully we get a nice feud with Mustafa Ali and Mansoor as he stack up his wins as they tour Saudi Arabia in October.
And then the main event. So earlier in the night, Drew alludes in a backstage promo. Kofi was unable to slay the beast. That he was able to slay the beast and Kofi couldn't. And Kofi's friends and family is what holding him back from what he needs to do to become champion. Whilst Kofi's response is that everything he does is he pushes himself for his friends and family. Kofi came off weak.
No, he didn't. I feel like he didn't have a. What is your response to losing to Brock Lesnar and the amount of time he lost to it? I did want him to go up there and say, poor strategy, man. I should never went for a crucifix that early in the match. It has never worked. But I thought he would never see it coming. I'll have to explain myself to you, okay? You're not Tom Phillips. But I thought Kofi's promo was good, and I'm 100% against Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley at Hell in a Cell.
I don't need to see it again.
Yeah, why? What's the difference between this one and the last one?
Nothing.
They're not in the cell. They're not getting the cell. That's Roman's cell. They're not in the cell. Probably Charlotte and Ripley are going there first before them.
But needless to say, this was a good match. But I feel like Kofi should have went over.
Yeah, it should have been Kofi. I feel like he had. I feel like I know you were against the Metal Scene Week, but he had the better promo. Drew's promo went blah blah blah. I've said this for the past year since I lost my title, or even while I had the title. Blah blah blah. It's over. Go fight a blood feud somewhere. Go attack somebody or get attacked.
The draft needs to happen, and Drew probably needs to go to SmackDown. He needs something fresh.
Yeah.
He won't get over Roman, but he needs something fresh.
He just needs he needs a blood feud. He needs a blood feud with somebody. And I thought they were going that way with Sheamus, but that didn't last. That lasted like several weeks on Raw where they decided to give us all the matches back to back to back, when you really could have milked that shit out.
Yeah, and they were all good matches. I just don't understand why they did it all at once. It was really ridiculous.
I think it's because WrestleMania was approaching and they were like, oh, but that would have been a better WrestleMania. Give Drew a break for the title. I don't want to see him fight Braun. I don't want to see him fight Bobby. Bobby needs a new opponent. I feel like Kofi would have been a nice transition opponent for him.
And then, so that was the end of Raw. And
better ending than last week. With Shayna grabbing Reginald by the collar ended Raw last week.
I feel like that was a better cliffhanger than what happened this week.
What, 2 men handshaking and Bobby Lashley walking out in the orange suit?
Yeah, I felt like a woman threatening a man's life was a better cliffhanger than what I got this week. You telling me, Shayna threatening Reginald that she's gonna kill him next week ain't gonna make you tune in next week. I want to see her. I want to see her kill him.
A killing, a good old killing would be nice.
These two accepting they had a hard-fought battle and showing each other respect at the end, and then Bobby Lashley just coming out for like his final bit of glory. So, remember, I'm the champ.
Remember, I'm the champ. You may see me with them hoes dancing in the back, and we having karaoke parties and whatnot.
One of them looked like Candice Michelle.
It may have been. What did you think of Eva Lucia's ring work that they showed this week? Look like she's about to get down. She's about to go down in the ring.
I look like that took about 100 takes.
All right, you need to look like a wrestler. I don't do that. Just look like it.
You're paying me to stand here to look pretty.
Yeah. You told me these packages go on for a month. I don't have to actually go to the ring.
Yeah. So
how do you feel about Cardi B potentially hosting SummerSlam? Are you in the outrage that most wrestling fans are in?
No, because I kind of wasn't she in a minor feud with Lacey Evans before she got pregnant?
She was, yes.
I need that carried over. I feel like I don't need her to host. I feel like she needs to be in a feud with someone.
Yes. You want a Cardi B match?
That or her being managing someone. I don't think I need to.
Match.
Yeah, I don't need
a pole match. She's a former stripper. She can get right the pole down.
You just spent years building up this women's division, and you want to do that.
Hold on. Yeah, you spent years building up, but Reginald's now beating up women on the ring. He's body slamming women. And,
I didn't expect that to happen.
You got the.
Did you see that coming? I did not see that coming.
Did not. And when he did it, I went, "Oh shit, he crazy." What's next? Hammer fist.
Gut punches, kicks in the vagina.
He's poor Anthony and Go-Go in there, right in the stomach. All right, he's now hitting women in the women's division. I think we need to stop. Reginald's going too far.
I'm telling you now, they wouldn't have a white man do that.
Oh no! A straight white man punching a body slamming a woman right now is taboo.
Except when Chris Jericho punched Shawn Michaels' wife in the face.
Well, they made that look like that was a complete accident.
That SummerSlam was incredible.
He seemed really happy about it.
That SummerSlam was incredible.
That might be my favorite version of Jericho. That might be my favorite.
That is the best version of Jericho. The Summer of Jericho and Shawn Michaels was the best version of Chris Jericho.
But you know what the sad part about him punching Shawn Michaels' wife is that Jericho actually has a video of him actually punching a woman. like for real. And it's like, oh. It's like he punched a female fan. Shout out to the fans in the NBA for, coming back at him.
What jerks? I can see
it's like, just put it back in the bubble, man. I'm just saying they need to allow wrestling rules for when fans get onto the court or the field in any sport. Just beat the shit out of them. Anything goes.
That's what you need to put. You need to put it in small writing. Do you know that waiver that they make everyone sign? If you catch COVID, it's your fault. Cut that waiver. Yeah. Like, if you get on the thing, and you will get beat up. So just so you know, you can't sue.
It's like, I hate to compare athletes to zoo animals, but you went over there and you start playing with that fucking lion by yourself. If that lion eats you,
it's your fault.
That's on you. You should have went to go try to pet it. So LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard decided to team up to beat your ass. That's on you. That is on you. You may get Paul George. We lay out Paul George, but
not Paul George. You should be afraid of Draymond Green.
Yeah, Draymond Green and the Morris twins? You don't want none of that. What a bad day to run on the court. The Morris twins aren't even on the same team. They just beat this guy up. Oh God, why? I was just picking up my phone. Literally, I feel like the game-winning shot could happen, and a fan would be like close to the court. They'd be like, "Get him!" Close to the court.
That'd be the worst thing ever.
Just grabbing people off the side. Yeah.
I'd be paying to see it. There's cameras everywhere. You might as well put it.
I swear to God, if you do NBA teams versus the fans, and I'm talking about you get about 5,000 fans versus the NBA players or NFL players.
Levi just said they ain't gonna try John Wall.
What?
They ain't gonna try.
Right? Oh. And Gilbert and Williams was playing. He would have shot somebody. He played with a gun on him all times.
You could
That's
take.
the
You could
story
take.
I'm sticking to.
You could beat up all the Knicks. I think you could literally beat up all the Knicks.
Yeah.
They're pretty much out of the playoffs though.
Yeah, they're dead.
A team they should have beat.
But yeah. Now, Maddie, I feel like there's going to be a moment in this pandemic or coming out of it where we're watching an event on television or in the event itself, and we feel like the pandemic is officially over. Do you feel that was double or nothing? Do you think they got it? I'm talking about for the world.
No, because I don't.
I don't think
That was quite. It was close. It was. I would say it's close when you watch it back. It definitely added to what you were watching, but
yeah.
Daily's Place is a weird kind of set.
Yeah.
I think when they like, I feel like, do you know when they're doing their Chicago show in September? That's going to be bigger than any other show they've done, and that's going to be a great show. Because if they're touring as well, because they're not doing any more shows at Daily's Place anymore, are they?
No, I think they're traveling.
I think their shows will start to look different, and that's kind of how you know the pandemic's kind of over.
Yeah. I'm not just saying wrestling show. I'm just mean in general. What do you think is going to be the big event when you go like, this shit is over? Because I thought the Knicks playoff games, when they tied up the series or whatnot, it looked like they won the championship.
Excuse me. They went overboard by celebrating that, tying the series up 1-1.
Yeah. And they got their ass whooped ever since. But that game felt like, oh man, the world coming out party. Maybe because it was New York or the Garden or whatnot.
I think it's the
I
Garden.
feel like it was close to that event.
I think that's probably it. I think we may get close to. I think they're at reduced capacity with the oncoming Euros this year, because that's coming up at the end of June.
Yeah, it might be the Olympics, to be honest. That shit's happening this year. It's probably going to be the Olympics.
Oh, scheduling-wise,
it's over.
Scheduling-wise, if there's an England game during this show, I will not be participating in this show. I will be out getting drunk, getting shit-faced. I will send video.
So it has to be, you're talking about it's a soccer game in general for the Olympics, right? That's the only way that would be getting drunk. It's not just some random English Olympian. It's not Anthony Ogogo out there. And you're going I got to watch this guy do shot put. He's the best English shot putter.
I don't care about the Olympics.
You gotta be invested. It's war without the casualties.
The World Cup
guys in the Olympics, and
the World Cup is where
you can be. It's the only time, as Eric said this, and I quote: "It's the only time where it's okay to be racist and support your country only." When you're really just cheering because you don't care about their stories. Like, for all you know, this guy's a scumbag and you're rooting for in America over some guy who's in Russia who's a good guy and a good father and came from nothing, but you're going like, screw the Russians! Screw the Russians! America! America, damn it, America!
I feel like that always happens.
It is.
There's some weird English chant, which is like I feel like it's offensive, but I always get involved in it. Anytime England plays Germany in football,
oh shit!
But like anytime I'm watching an England game, this chant comes out and it's just like, why are we singing this? So like, do you know that song 10 green bottles and stuff like that on the wall.
Yeah.
They'd start singing, there'll be 10 German bombers. And then the RAF came and shot one down. And then it will continue as if there's 9 German bombers. And then everyone is going wild. Everyone. Yeah. So unnecessary.
It's the Olympics. It's necessary. It's very racist. Yep, it's racially charged. But you know what? I don't know if you can be racist against the Germans because everybody blames them for World War II. And what? Every time the Germans get any little power, they go to war. It's like, ah, damn it, here we go.
I bet Manny throws pints everywhere when England score. Yep. So the place we normally watch it so the World Cup 2018, I remember watching another game in 2019, the year after, and then the guy was cleaning the overhead projector, the screen, and then someone pointed out a ketchup stain on the ceiling. And then everyone was like, I wonder how that happened. It was like, yeah, it was last year when everyone went fucking crazy during the World Cup. I ruined good pairs of trainers just being in there.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be the moment you realize this pandemic is completely over already. You're going to be at that pub watching England play, and y'all going to be all hugging each other, touching each other, throwing shit up in the air whenever there's a goal. If there is a goal this year, you never know.
Marcus, I don't even care. If my ankle's still not healed by then, I'm still going.
You're going to throw your ankle up in the sky like, fuck it. Never did it anyway.
Throwing crutches in the air and be like, yeah!
Start tap dancing.
But that's the thing, though. When you've got stuff like that, you always hold your pint up, but then you never hold it in a direction that it's going to hit you at any point. You just throw it forward. That's the way. I broke a chair during a penalty shootout.
It's called self-control, Manny.
There is none.
Like,
there is none. No. I didn't do it like that. I barely lifted it that high off the ground. I just went like that, like duh, and then duh, and then it just shattered to pieces.
Yeah, Manny's like, I lit somebody's car on fire after a celebration. Like, what are you doing? Celebration. You know. What happened? I had matches. I threw it in the air. Guy's car went up. We were hugging the entire time.
I'm telling you, that was the best time of my life, 2018. Best time. Until England got eliminated, then everyone seemed to not care. Everyone was happy with each other. It felt like the England national football team got rid of racism for a bit. Like, have you ever been in a bar where you just feel like, yeah, I shouldn't be here? Like, when you look at your color skin, you're like, I shouldn't be here.
Every bar I've ever been in. Why am I here? Why am I here? It just goes, it's a dive bar, but probably cowboy country. Definitely probably shouldn't have been there. Definitely shouldn't have been. I probably would have been a mantle on the wall if I wasn't traveling with different company.
Because I've been to a few and I was just like, yeah, I need white people for safety in this one.
Activate white shield. Get over here, Matt. You're my good friend. Just don't get me killed. Don't turn on me. This isn't like pro wrestling.
He gets it. He gets it. It was a great year. 2018 was the best summer ever.
There's someone probably tearing up about, yeah, really great.
My eye fell out. My car got burned.
I lost my mom. I lost my dad. I lost my dog. I lost my house. I lost a testicle to cancer. Like, what the fuck? All right. 2018 maybe not been the best for you.
I lost my sight. I was in a bar one day. Ketchup went in my eye. Oops. It was me. It was me all along.
I feel like this should be a thing. I don't know why. Someone should be dressed up as the higher power at every single party, and it should be a reveal of who it was.
It was me.
It was me. Oh, shit. It was me, Austin.
But if you, in some of the games that are not England based, if anyone wants to watch me do a watch along of those, I won't be getting drunk. Maybe. But if you want to join in on some of those, let me know. I'll do them. Marcus might if he's free. I'm not sure Eric will, but I could probably wrangle Ross into doing it.
I wouldn't mind doing it. I wouldn't mind doing a watch along of a football match because I'm American. A football match with you guys, not knowing what's going on, but rooting for a team you guys are not, and just. I love to be the spoiler. And I come in all researched. And John, you're like, this fucking guy.
Yeah, I feel like let's try and I'll try and get Ross on board. He's the one that does football podcasts, so he probably would be the better one to host it rather than me.
I would love to be the Byron Saxton of the booth. You guys actually know the sport, and I chime in every now and then going, wow, that was a great move by Kofi Kingston. What the fuck are you talking?
Well, I say this to Ross numerous times. So he supports Leeds United. And there's a right back in defence for Leeds United. I think they're the club captain. He looks like Pete Dunne. 100% looks like Pete Dunne.
That man's the baddest man in NXT. Every time you
the baddest man. So
you know what? Back. For a show, I need to probably get some sleep on because I gotta go to work. I really let this linger on.
Do you know what the worst part is? Me and Mark are just talking. This is normally what we do in like the end of the show, like when we close off. But it feels like we haven't spoken to each other in ages because we haven't done the Manny and Marcus show in a while. But we spoke on Saturday.
Yeah, but Saturday's always a rush, so it's no like side conversation. It's more like we did the show. Like literally, I just ended the call last time and went, "All right, guys, I'll see you later." I gotta go to work. Fuck you guys. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend and everything else in your fun. I'm going to work.
So we'll be back Thursday to cover NXT. We may chuck in some NXT UK because there will be no Dynamite Impact. There will be no Dynamite.
Wait, if we come in Thursday to cover NXT UK, we're covering the previous week NXT UK and not the one that's coming out that Thursday.
Yeah, because I haven't actually watched it. I haven't actually watched it for about maybe 3 months, so I need to catch up. I started watching Blackish and My Name Is Earl.
My Name Is Earl. I haven't heard about that show in forever. I thought someone got canceled and they had to stop the show.
I don't think anyone got canceled, but I think the show hasn't aged well.
Oh.
Like some of the black jokes on Scrubs, they haven't aged well either.
They're just cold and racist. Like, oh, that's not funny at all. Look at you, poor. Look at that. The cop shot you. This is not aging. Ooh, a policeman shot you. This is not aging well.
When you go back and watch some stuff, a lot of stuff has not aged well. Before we go, AEW's ratings did not do very well going after SmackDown on.
Oh, it did shit.
It's
a Friday night. They're going to get some solid NBA games. It's coming on later than it did. I'm not holding this against them. Although they should think about Rampage coming on Friday, going like, maybe guys. Not?
Well, see, Marcus, there's one thing. You see the real world champion on Friday. You don't, like the Bible says, you don't worship false prophets.
It is hard to see Kenny after you see Roman walking around. Just
and Roman
didn't do shit other than just give you judgmental glances.
He was brooding in a chair
over his cousins going for the tag team title. Just hating, miserable, just corrupted by the title.
But yeah, we'll be back on Thursday to discuss all things NXT. Marcus needs some rest because Tuesday is the day of hell. But it's been great having people in the chat for our comeback show. So thank you for everyone that was in the chat. Make sure you check out www.storefrontier.com/DSPN. Check out some merch, buy some merch. If not, if you want to throw us some 5 bones, go to the www.thesharpshooters, that's thesharpshooters.com, and hit that donate button.
I have one more thing to add. Shout out to Eric for doubling up his views this week.
Yeah, well, the thing is, they were higher than normal anyway on Saturday.
I went, what? He got like 30 views. He got like 30 views. I think he got up to 40, maybe 38 or something like that. And I
thought it was 40.
Holy shit. It may go to 40, yeah.
I thought it was 40.
And I went, holy shit. But if Eric wanted to claim a stat for this channel, I thought about it. I was like, he has the highest like to views ratio than any of our shows. He gets 0 dislikes. He got like 7 likes with 40 views only. We get 100 and something views and like 2 likes.
Today we got 6 or 5. I can't tell.
Oh, what? We're
no,
they missed us.
The chat was bumping today, so I appreciate that.
I like that I criticized Sting for being 61 and then wore a Sting shirt today. You know,
I can't find my Tony Storm shirt. I'm really sad.
It's going to appear, Manny, when you need it. And by the way, that little man behind you has creeped me out the entire time. I don't know what I'm going to do about it.
What little man?
There's a little man behind you, I swear to God.
Where? What are you talking about?
Don't you Fred Flintstone kazoo me, okay? I know there's a little green man behind you.
Who are you talking to?
Ah! The show continues of me and the empty box.